The third door. Erin moved into her apartment on a rainy Thursday. It wasn't perfect, cracked tile, noisy pipes, a faint smell of mildew, but it was hers. After her divorce, she needed something cheap and quiet. This place was both. Unit 3A, third floor, end of the hall. It had 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, a kitchen that barely fit a fridge, and a narrow living room with a single window overlooking a brick wall. Claustrophobic, but manageable. But something bothered her right away. There were 3 doors in the hallway. One led to her bedroom, one to the bathroom, the third was locked. She assumed it was a closet. She asked the landlord, a hunched man with yellow teeth and a smoker's cough. He barely looked up from his crossword. "That room's not part of your lease." "Oh, okay," Erin said, "but what's in it?" He shrugged. "Nothing. Been locked since the 80s. Don't mess with it." The first knock came at 2:13 a.m. A sharp, deliberate 3 taps from inside the apartment. Erin sat up in bed, heart thudding. She waited. Silence. She checked the hallway. The third door stood still locked, still dusty. She told herself it was the building settling, old pipes, old wood, nothing unusual. But the next night, the knocks came again. 3 taps. Same time. This time she pressed her ear to the door. Nothing. She tried the knob. It was still locked. Then she noticed something new. A faint line of black ash beneath the door like soot. When she touched it, it smeared across her fingertips like charcoal. She didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, Erin noticed the framed picture on the hallway had fallen. It laid face down near the third door, glass shattered. But there was something else. The wall behind the frame had writing on it, faint but visible now that the frame was gone. A single sentence written in old pencil. "Don't open it again." Again? She tried to scrub it off, but it wouldn't come clean. That night, the knocking came louder, angrier, and something else. A voice. Whispering. Too soft to make out the words, but unmistakably real. She held her breath, straining to listen, and heard her own name. Erin. It came from behind the third door. She called the landlord the next morning, demanding an answer. He sighed like he had done this before. "Some tenants say they hear things. You'll get used to it." "Why is that room locked?" "It's safer that way." "For who?" she asked. He didn't answer. Erin couldn't let it go. She searched the apartment top to bottom. In the utility drawer behind old instruction manuals and expired coupons, she found a small brass key wrapped in wax paper. She didn't remember putting it there. It was unlabeled, cold to the touch, and for some reason, she knew it fit the third door. That night, the whispering started again, more frantic. She held the key in her hand and stared at the door. She lasted until 3:17 a.m. before unlocking it. The knob turned easily. The hinges groaned. The door opened. To nothing. Just a small, windowless room. No furniture, just 4 walls, dusty hardwood, and a light bulb swaying slightly from the ceiling. Erin stepped in. The door slammed behind her. The bulb flickered and went out. She turned, heart pounding, reaching for the knob, but there was no knob on the inside, just smooth, seamless wood. She screamed, and from the darkness, something laughed. The landlord arrived at noon the next day for a routine inspection. Unit 3A was empty. Bed made, lights off, dishes clean, but no Erin. He knocked on the third door, then sighed. He pulled out the brass key from his coat pocket and unlocked it. Inside stood Erin. She was pale, eyes wide, standing in the center of the room like a statue. "You opened it," he said flatly. She blinked slowly, like waking from a dream. I I didn't mean to. He looked past her. Something else moved in the corner, a shape that wasn't there before. It slid along the ceiling, black and formless. Now it's your problem, the landlord said, shutting the door. He locked it again, and just before he walked away, he heard her whisper, "There's more than one room." The apartment was listed again. The ad didn't mention the third door. A college student named Lila moved in. She liked the cheap rent and the quiet. She noticed the strange door on her first night, thought nothing of it, until she heard the knocking. 3 taps. Same time. Every night. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed today's story. I hope you're following me along for October Fright Month. I'm having a lot of fun with these stories. I love spooky stories. I think it's just fun to get us ready for Halloween coming up. Please hit like and subscribe to join our community. And with that, I will talk with you soon. Loves.